Oops, here we go. Okay, hello everybody, it's me, the ISFP, and a Merry Christmas to you. Today is the second day of Christmas, which I love Christmas, by the way. I love Christmas. And I'll tell you how I feel about Christmas. And by the way, my channel's called Me, the ISFP, and I'm an ISFP. We don't all think alike, but we think similarly, I think. And so you can get an idea of how we tick, or whatever. It's a tick. What makes us tick? I love Christmas, but for me, Christmas is not so much about nostalgia. It's about beauty. It's like magic comes down to earth, and everything around you, the smells, the sights, and the sounds, and everything conglomerate into one beautiful mess. And that's what I'll tell you what, I hate I hate artificial Christmas trees. We always have to get a real Christmas tree. I love real Christmas trees. I love the smell. I love the needles. I love the mess. I love everything that goes in with a real Christmas tree. It's just not the same. It's depressing to me. It's depressing to have a fake Christmas tree. I know some people have allergies, but you can get through you can get through an anaphylactic shock once in a while, one season of the year. I just feel like, yeah, a real Christmas tree is what you need, and real decorations, and real everything. I love authenticity. I hate fake. So fake Christmas trees are imposters. Although I do have a fake Christmas tree in my dining room, but that's because, I don't want a fire hazard, because, keeping up with, and also it's very expensive to buy a real Christmas tree for every room. But I have a real Christmas tree in the front parlor. I get a Douglas fir or Fraser fir, that's the kind of trees we have here in Virginia or North Carolina trees, and I like to decorate it with either white or colored lights. Now, we always have this debate. Now, my mother, growing up in Richmond in the South, always thought colored lights were tacky. You always have white lights. And she said, don't do anything tacky at Christmas or any time of the year. But she kind of liked colored lights because color has more color and it's warmer. Colored lights are warmer. But with white lights, you can see the decorations better. So what do? Both. We mixed the whites and the coloreds together, and there was no problem. And I think it just looks beautiful. Talk about your diversity. We have a very diverse Christmas tree. And I like, well, when it comes to Christmas, I love the whimsicality, so I don't like, I hate when the modern Christmas trees where they take all the ribbon and they stuff it in all over the place, and they have fake stuff. I like traditional ornaments for the most part. We put on nutcracker soldiers, little birds, white doves. Sometimes I like garland or ribbon, but sometimes it takes up too much of the tree. I just love decorating for Christmas in a very manly way, because, yeah, men like decorating. That's one time when, the men get to be a little bit, they get to get into the arts and crafts part of their personality. I like that. I like making little angels. I got angels from Hobby Lobby, and I painted them and a little face on them, and I painted them and gave them little personalities, and I hang them on the tree. I haven't put different flavors of angels on the tree. Now, angels are always depicted as female when angels are really male. Why they do that, I don't know. But Christmas is just beautiful. And then for Christmas Eve, we go to Christmas church on Christmas Eve, and I love the music. So the problem with me for Christmas, and by the way, Christmas is 12 days, but most people in the world, because people have to work, most people only celebrate Christmas on the 25th or the 24th, and it's back to the old grind. So you can't really celebrate, traditionally the 25th through January 5th, but we keep our tree up till January 6th. But what I love about Christmas, and one of the things that's hard for me at Christmas is I feel I have to absorb everything. I gotta absorb every nuance of Christmas. And I gotta get into the movies and the music. But what I love to do is sit in front of the tree and just play Christmas records, and I just close my eyes, and I'm in a cathedral in Austria while the choir is singing, and it reminds me of a scene from a movie, one of those movies, those old movies where people are walking through the snow, and there's a beautiful church on a mountainside, and there's lights in the windows, and they're all aglow, and it's this beautiful thing. It's just, Christmas is this feeling within. Now, Christmas, now as a Christian, I'm a Christian, so Christmas is in my heart all year long. But I feel that when it comes to Christmas season, you can't overdo Christmas. You can't. So I just absorb every nuance of Christmas. The movies, the magic, the music, the sounds, the sights, the lights, I love the beautiful lights. I love to decorate. I love to decorate for Christmas. And so that's how I feel about Christmas. No fake trees. Give me the real stuff. I just love the authenticity. But for me, again, it's not about memories so much or nostalgia. I get nostalgia at Christmas, but it's more about every year. Like every year, I like to decorate a little bit different than last year. I like to mix it up. I don't like to do the same thing every year. So we don't have the same exact decorations every year. We don't put the tree in the same exact corner of the room every year. And I don't put everything is in order. I like variation, like variety. But for me, there is some nostalgia tied to Christmas. I do love my childhood and getting Nintendo and train sets and I love trains. Did I tell you I love trains? I love trains. Of course, I live in Virginia, so we don't usually get a white Christmas. We don't get a white Christmas, especially in my city. The chances of getting a white Christmas are like 3%, but I just love Christmas. And so here we are, the second day Christmas, and I'm still in the Christmas spirit. I have that inner, Christmas thing. But then the most pressing part is January the 6th, when it all comes crashing down, and there's sort of a collective consciousness, because everybody else, like even Christians who are in the church and they're following the church calendar, after December 25th, or especially after New Year's, I would say after New Year's, Christmas is done. Like they're done with it, and they're taking down their tree, and they're no longer playing Christmas music. But for me, I want give me my 12 days of Christmas. I want it all. I want every detail. And I love a choir at Christmas. Now, my church, we used to go singing at Bruton Parish, and they have candlelight service, and you can see the candle lights and the windows, and they'd have the beautiful, decorations. Of course, it was Episcopal, so depending on Advent, depending on what they'd have, but it was just beautiful. It was like I absorb everything, absorbing it like a sponge. Every little detail. I noticed detail. Now, I didn't think I was a detail-oriented person, because sometimes I get kind of, clumsy. Like when I clean up my room, I don't order things in order. I just throw things under the bed or throw them into my closet. But I do notice detail when I'm watching a movie, and so I'll get these aesthetics, like these little, I call serendipity moments, where you're watching a movie and all of a sudden you get this emotional feeling because you see something strategically placed behind the character, and then all of a sudden you tie that into the character, and it's like, oh wow, it just makes it so much bigger, so much bigger. And that's what I notice, like with Christmas, when I see decorations. I'll see the light in the windows, and then it ties into the wreath and the Christmas tree, and it's bouncing off the window, and it's glowing, and it's just warmth. It's just a warm feeling. So Christmas, the reason I love Christmas is like it's heaven comes down to earth for like 12 days out of the year, and then it disappears, and then you're back to the old ground. But I don't want Christmas all year round. I'll tell you why. Because even though I love Christmas music, I want it to be finite. I don't want to do it all year round, because I want it to be a season. So when the season is over, it's over. And then you can look forward to it. But if you keep doing it, you'll spoil it. You don't want to spoil Christmas. That's why I understand why people put out their decorations like early November. It's like, it's not Christmas yet. It's not even Thanksgiving. And so even when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, people didn't put up stuff until at least the day after Thanksgiving. But now everybody's like Christmas after Halloween, they're putting up Christmas. And they're rushing it. You don't want to rush Christmas. You want to absorb Christmas, absorb it slowly. When I decorate for Christmas, it's really slowly. I put up a few little things here and there, and then the grand finale is the big tree, the big Christmas tree. And it's Christmas is German. I have a lot of German in me, and Christmas is German. a lot of our Christmas traditions here in the United States. So, anyway, folks, that's how I feel about Christmas. It is a magical time of year where miracles happen. It was a miracle. The birth of Jesus, of a virgin, to save us all, save the world, was a miracle. The fact that he wasn't murdered, because Herod was murdering all the little babies, and the fact that the star in the east and the beautiful real Christmas. See, again, there's different layers of Christmas. There's a secular Christmas, which is it's a letdown if you're in the secular Christmas, the retail Christmas. Then there's the real Christmas, the real nativity story, the real birth, the real virgin birth, all that. And if you really pay attention to that, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. So anyway, folks, that's me, the ISFP at Christmas. And I hope I don't get that Christmas plug. I call it the Christmas plug when I ate too much Christmas ham and I can't go to the bathroom for 3 days. Anyway, folks, I hope you all enjoyed that. Go to my website at meetskeletonsplace.com. And remember, folks, say a prayer for someone special today. Bye.